Hi, everybody. Before we get to another great interview, the Two Opinionated podcast could really use your help. And it's easy, it's free. IMDb, which is the entertainment database, imdb.com, named us a top 100 podcast. We came in at number 82. That's a big deal because there's 15 million podcasts and growing. So to be named to anybody's top 100 list, pretty big deal for us. And the way you can help is to go to imdb.com, look up the Two Opinionated podcast, and that's it. Just bringing our page up. That traffic really helps us out. Our YouTube channel is MeisterCon Pod. All we ask is that you subscribe. It's also free, but that really helps us to attract these amazing guests that we keep bringing on the program. And that's it. Two easy ways for you to support us, and we would really appreciate the help. Now let's get to that interview. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Two Opinionated. So excited today. I've got singer, songwriter, musician, Ellis Hall with me. So welcome, Ellis.
Well, I'm talking about the Michael Wall Show. Hallelujah. Virginia was never recognized like this. How about that for the note of the day?
You know, I think I need you to do like all of my interviews with me.
Come on, brother. I do what I do, and celebrate you and the world.
Well, it's pretty terrific, and I'm such a fan of yours. You've been doing this for a little while.
Brother, I tell folks all the time, I look, and I'm a blind guy saying this, I look in the mirror and I look like I'm 27, so leave me alone. Don't mess with me.
Well, Ellis, so let's start this way,
Yes.
because we have to talk about the new stuff. But before we do that,
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what got you into music. You know, that's
Oh,
one profession.
Lord.
How did you get into it?
Oh, I told someone recently, I says, I didn't think about music really until I had my epiphany at 14. But my mom swears I came out of the womb dancing and singing and kicking. And I said, ow, that must have hurt.
I mean, 14's actually a little bit late to get to.
It is, brother. Let me tell you, and of course, a year into my birth, they noticed my eyes. And I wasn't Crystal Gale, but my brown eyes turned blue. Why? Because of they didn't put the silver nitrate in my eyes in Georgia, which would stop the congenital glaucoma from taking hold.
Yeah.
But I have no regrets. And up until 14, I wanted to be an architect. How ironic, became an architect of music. And now they call me the ambassador of soul. But,
love that.
You know, they in piano lessons, when I started getting serious, you know, I had to play stuff like, let's go over here. But then I'd go to, and they'd say, Ellis Hall. So I go back to my lesson. and let me tell you a quick story. As I became 14, my elder brother, he took me into this club. I had no business being there, Mike. No business. But I saw with my watering eyes the look on the faces of the band, not the audience, but the band, as they were hitting those people hard and making them like it. Ironically, the name of the group was Quint Harrison, the Preachers. And what was interesting about that, besides how they were killing it with the audience, is the organist. His name is Bernie Worrell. You may not know that name, but, he was in that Parliament Funkadelic, One Nation Under a Groove. And he was playing organ pedals. They just had drums, organ, and sax. And then later on, Chubby and the Turnpikes came on. And of course, they were and became Tavares.
Oh, that's interesting.
But they were great. But the band, Mike, ooh, Lord, a hallelujah moment in a club, that was the positive proof, because I grew up in a Baptist church, positive proof that a church could be anywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I grew up in a Baptist church too. My grandfather was a Baptist minister. So,
Hallelujah.
So I know like everybody in my family is musical. Except
see?
me.
Wait. Yeah. But you bring on the musicality on your show, sir. Don't make me talk about you.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I spent most of my life going, I wonder what my talent is. And apparently it's just talking.
Well, that's a great thing. And how long have you had your show, my brother, if I might ask that quick question?
Well, so my son and I started this. We just passed 6 years in January.
Woo!
Yeah.
Congrats, brother. Honored again.
It's one of those that it's a brief moment of time, but it's a little bit of time.
Bro, let me tell you. Oh, wait. Seriously, do you drive your wife crazy all the time with all this craziness you have to deal with?
I absolutely 100% do.
Oh, yeah, what's her name?
Emily.
Emily?
Yes, sir.
I look forward to meeting her sometime. We're going to be down in that area. I do different shows, symphony shows, etc.
I'd love to come see you. That does.
And we ain't got no insurance, so if you hold it inside, you could hurt yourself. Don't do it. But we'll let you know, because we came down to D.C. a few years ago. I did the National Orchestra. Oh, brother. Boy, can those cats play.
Oh, yeah.
And I have, my 2 symphony shows. One's Ellis Hall presents Ray Motown and Beyond, because I was signed to Mr. Ray Charles' label. And I do some of his tunes, and he signed me for doing my originals. And then I have another show called Ellis Hall Soul Unlimited that features tanned versions of everyone from David Bowie to James Taylor, etc.
Both those sound really good.
Good Lord.
Yeah, so, I'm going to have to make some trips.
Bro, come on now. You get into there and you get in, sit in front and stuff and point at me and I'll point right back with the greatest love.
That's right. You had a pretty good relationship with Mr. Charles. Talk a little bit about that.
A very good relationship. A dear friend of mine, Rick Waite, had called him down in 2001 to celebrate their Christmas party.
Yeah. And
he kept saying, Rick said, "Hey, Mr. Charles is coming to see you." I said, oh, yeah. If he does, that'd be great. And but he did come, and me and my assistant, practically, and production manager actually too, jumped off the stage, trying not to break our necks to get over to Mr. Charles. We gave him a hug and stuff. I had a CD in my bag that I brought and gave to him. And the next day, Mike, his main speech was, "Who the f are you? Where'd you come from? Why did my friends tell me about you?" And he said, "Get over here. I want to sign you right now." Seriously, that was like that, one of those movie moments.
Well, I was going to say, when Ray Charles wants to sign you, you let him sign you.
bro, quicker than you can say sign. Come on now, and he was the one too, Brother Mike, who introduced me to the symphony side of things. Yeah. And he asked me, he said, "Hey boy, have you ever done symphonies?" And I called him Papa Ray out of true respect. And I said, "No, Papa Ray, man, I don't even know how to get into it." This is one of those movie moments, Mike, where he picked up the phone and he made 2 phone calls, and the rest is history. I got to do everything from Omaha to Charleston, South Carolina, Washington, D.C., Boston Pops. In fact, through God's grace, sometime this year or next year, we'll do New York Phil. So, what an adventure of the music and beyond, because I call myself.
You're playing with the symphonies. That's
oh my God, and of course my band. And I'm telling you, when you hear my band, bro, it will hurt you with the greatest love. I mean, we get funky, soulful. And like I said, don't hold it inside. Don't do it, because from the first note, we're going to let you know we in here, be it a slow thing. And as you hear on the What Project, there's some up-tempo things that will rattle your esophagus and put it out of place. And then the ballads will put it back in place. Come on now, I'm going to be descriptive up in here.
Well, yeah, let's talk a little bit about the new stuff. So you got some stuff out with George Whitty.
George Whitty, and we call ourselves what?
I know, what a great name.
With 4 exclamation points. And it stands for, and I told George this, I said, there's no way we can call it anything but this. And it's Whitty Hall Artist Team. So I tell folks to get a quick synopsis, go to whittyhall.com, and it shows all the different things. But hopefully at some point, they'll get you the full album, brother. It will. I know you can't call it album now. Okay, CDs, streaming, whatever.
Yeah,
and hopefully,
EP, I guess, is what we call it.
No, it's a 10-song EP then, and hopefully the streaming will get you screaming. Because I'm telling you, brother, there's a tune on there to lift up the Ukrainian spirit in all of us, and that's what really got us started. It's called "Hug Me."
Yes, sir.
Wait till you hear, brother.
Oh, it's
Wait
amazing.
till you...
Yeah.
Oh, you've heard it.
So
Okay.
Good. Yeah, it's that one. It'll get you emotional listening to that one.
Oh, brother, and another tune that I wrote that became one of Nelson Mandela's favorite tunes. He told me this, so I was like, "What do you say to that?" When somebody it's like Miss Oprah heard a song. No. Miss Oprah heard a song of mine called Sister Rosa, about Miss Rosa Parks.
Yeah.
When people hear your songs and appreciate it like that, because as I said, Mike, at the beginning of this conversation, I'm just the vessel. So the fact that they're recognizing that the Spirit is bringing through these things that I can, as I call it, with a joyous spirit, my word for joyous, chakalaka, CHAKALAKA. So anytime you see that EH is in your mind and in your building.
I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. I had read that when you sing, when you play, you actually see flashes of light. Oh,
no. I see colors.
Oh, you see colors.
Yeah, it's called synesthesia.
Yeah.
I do. And it's so funny because when I realized as I was playing music and I'd go to see, some of these bands in Boston, etc., would have these light shows. And I'd be thinking to myself, somehow with that music, those colors don't look right. I didn't know why I would think that. But, and it turns out my youngest daughter, Wendy Sue, marvelous singer. She travels with us sometimes. She has synesthesia.
Oh, really?
And we were talking about it. It's like, I'm seeing things in color, all these things flashing across my eyes as I'm playing the keys. And one thing I remember, bro, is one of the first times I saw, and I think it was a Vox Continental organ.
Yeah.
One of those things where they had the portable organs. And the black keys were gold. No. The white keys were gold. No, the white keys were black and the black keys were gold. That's how the color scheme was. I'm looking at it in my mind right now.
Oh, okay.
And I spent hours with my eyes watering looking at that, bro.
That's amazing. The way the mind works.
Oh my God. Yeah. And the fact of 9 times out of 10, if I'm writing a song or collaborating, those things come to me. I write the lyric down. I don't write the music down because nobody's going to read my Braille music anyway. I used to have fits about how are they going to read my Braille music? What does it matter? But that's why I learned how to play all the different instruments. And I started doing the beatbox way before anybody. And I wasn't spitting on any microphones or anything. I was doing it back in the 60s.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that just something you did or did
Yes, it's just something I heard it in my head. So I said, I'm not at a drum set. How can I get it out there? Until later I did get a drum set. But when you're walking, back when the funk was first starting.
Oh yeah.
I was hearing it already.
Yeah, I love that. You had like a sound system just playing in your head.
I do, yeah. And I learned how to play all the rhythm instruments because I started out playing sax, and they said I was pretty good at it. But every time I played, it hurt my teeth. So I said, I can hit like with that. When I worked with Tower of Power, I'd sing the horn charts to them of some of the songs that I worked on. Yeah. Oh, I mean, Tower of Power didn't need it. Greg Adams, one of the greatest arrangers of all time.
Yeah.
Horns, etc.
Oh yeah, it was that group was a force.
A force. And you know what? That's the first time that George Whitty saw me. And he said we knocked him on the ground. It was hard to get back up. I said, that's what we're supposed to do.
He talked a little bit about that, and that's what he said. He said, it just blew him
back in the 80s, way back. Woo! My God. And then he goes to work with cats like the Brecker brothers. He was Dave Sanborn's musical director up until he passed, God bless him. And also working with Herbie Hancock.
Yeah, amazing.
Amazing force in itself, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and so your new album, EP, whatever we're calling it, is In the World.
In the World. And they described the picture to me as ooh, boy, they make it look kind of good. I said,
they did. You guys, you were looking kind of badass on the
No. What does Papa Ray say? What you say? Oh, God, I know. What are you going to do? Whew. Emily's going to say, you guys done lost your mind. Now, is she from Virginia too, brother?
She is.
Oh, my goodness. So there's more accents going around than you can shake two sticks at.
Well, that's it. Well, and her dad was from Juarez. So we've got all kinds of accents going around.
Whoa, my God. Oh, unbelievable. So did you grow up in Virginia, brother?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Born and raised.
And you said West Virginia, right?
West Virginia, yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. He says, almost heaven, West Virginia. Shenandoah River, Blue Ridge Mountains, all that kind of stuff. I got so many songs in my head. Don't even try it, man. He's going to explode.
Yeah. Well, and that one, like, you can go anywhere in the world and somebody will be playing that song.
And you know that. And you know John Denver had to smile every time. And I know he's smiling from heaven.
Oh, yeah.
Because the true.
What an impact. Yeah.
Oh, my God. And I remember when I heard the song, it was so gentle, but yet so powerful. And that's the dichotomy of what music does.
Well, it really does. Yeah. Because it can lift you up. It can bring you back to a moment in time. It can bring you to tears, all that stuff.
All that stuff, my brother. I know you probably have a serious music collection yourself, my friend.
I'm kind of partial to the 70s were a big decade for me. I was kind of a disco nut. I
you didn't look like you had the disco hair, brother.
Oh, you can't tell it, but I had it back then. But yeah, my wife works for Live Nation, so we get to go to.
Oh my God! I'm surprised we haven't run into each other, because every once in a while they would call me to do certain things, and I think they had a hand in hooking up Stevie for his a thing called Concert Full of Toys.
Yeah,
or House Full of Toys.
That's it. And I went to see Stevie.
Did you?
And, he was in Columbus.
Whoa!
I went to see. Cause I just love Stevie Wonder. Always have.
Are you kidding?
And he had a stomach ache. His stomach was hurting him. So he was about, I don't know, an hour and a half late coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Feeling good. Yeah. But I guess he felt bad because he was late. So he played he played for almost 4 hours, and it was after midnight, and he was still going.
Oh, no.
I was like, Stevie, it's bedtime.
It's bedtime. No. He will do what he does, because that's that thing. And I want to tell you a quick story. Do you know of Diane Shore? Are you familiar with her?
Oh, Diane Shore. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. So Stevie, in his House Full of Toys and his inimitable style, calls Diane and myself up there on stage. And we're bopping around, having a great time. And Stevie, in his infinite wisdom, stops the show before 20,000 people. And he says, okay, we have a hunger. We have to do this song. And I'm telling you on the spot, brother, we broke into a crazy version of Three Blind Mice.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I bet that was awesome too.
20,000 people lost their freaking minds. And we had the harmony going on. We had it wasn't rehearsed or anything. We just did it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, it was great. And of course, I don't know if you know, but Miss Diane Shore is an amazing pianist herself. But the two of us
didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah, she's really talented.
We didn't play. We just sang while Stevie held court. So, and Stevie said to me when I signed to Papa Ray's label, he said, Ellis, he said, first of all, congratulations. He calls me up. Stevie calls at some godly hour of the morning. I said, Stevie, don't you know it's dark out? but what do you say? He said, no. He said, Ellis, seriously, congratulations. I said, thank you, my brother. He said, but no, understand, 2 or more blind people in a room is legal. Y'all going to jail. And I said, Stevie, you better pay the damn bail money, brother, because you're going right there with us.
That's great.
Yeah. So we got some crazy stories, brother.
Who did you listen to growing up? Who was your
growing up?
Yeah.
I listened to everyone from like Sam Cooke. That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. And give me water, I'm thirsty, my work is so hard. And the way Sam would do, whoa, whoa, my. And I didn't know, because I was all of like 8 or 9 at that time when I heard that song. I didn't know why it made me cry. When he said, give me water, I'm thirsty, I could picture him out in the sun. And, because my pops would play these tunes. And also the other tune that touched me, Hallelujah, I just love us, Ray Charles. And, I didn't know why those things touched me so intensely, but I listened to everyone. Of course, Elvis Presley, a group called the Hi-Lows became Singers Unlimited. I listened to everybody.
Yeah.
On the spectrum of color. Just listened. Patsy Cline, God bless her, so much soul. Jim Reeves, country, so much soul. And I see why Ray had that modern sound of country music.
Oh, yeah.
It changed
country,
a lot.
I think it tells a story.
Boy, does it ever. And, some pop tunes tell a story too, but when you got country diving in like it dives in, it's like, mercy. There's nothing you could say.
Do I remember? You'll have to tell me. But didn't you used to do some work with Captain Kangaroo?
I did.
I did. I'm so old. Nobody knows who that is. I'm like, I grew up watching Captain Kangaroo.
Yeah, I did too. And one day I remember, I don't know why I got this in my mind, but I had an idea because I lived in the project. And I felt if I climbed up on the closet and somehow got up to the roof, I could go to visit Captain Kangaroo. Nobody really know. I didn't even know why that was. And then later working on his show, Mr. Green Jeans and everything. And I never got to meet him, but I heard that he loved what I did.
Oh, that's great.
Singing and playing and arranging songs. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like
that was such a fun because it was kind of like a variety show, but for kids.
It really was. And then working on Sesame Street, being Fozzie Bear's uncle.
Well, yeah,
Uncle Grizzly. No, you can't. And then becoming a California raisin and a singing rooster in Chicken Run. Come on now.
Yeah, that's pretty darn good. That's pretty good. Did they give you a the Muppet? Do you have a copy of your Muppet?
I don't, but I do have a copy of the Raisins. And my lovely
that's pretty
my
good.
wife manager says, yeah, you're the one with the blue glasses. I said, that figures. Yeah, we got Raisins all over the house.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Myself and Buddy Miles sang on the records. Yeah.
I bet you could do pretty good on some Motown stuff.
Bro, I really did hear it through the grapevine, etc. You kidding? I've done some Motown. And in fact, in my symphony show, one of the tunes is, I would say to you, how sweet it is to be loved by you. Have mercy. And also, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. I mean, all these different songs. And in fact, it was heard that at one time Motown was going to sign me, but they felt maybe a little too close to what Stevie was doing. But Stevie and I share similarities, but we're so different.
Yeah.
And there's some rock things that you may find online, and you swear I grew blonde hair.
Yeah, I'll look that up because
you will. Yeah,
I haven't heard Stevie do a lot of rock. He does.
No. Well, there's a group that I share. Well, let's just say I share a common thread with a group called Thread, and it features Vince DiCola, one of the greatest arrangers. He sings too, but a keyboard player, and also Don Perry. Vince wrote the music for Rocky IV and Transformers.
Okay.
And then Don Perry was the drummer of record for Jethro Tull from the late 80s till about 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and it's so funny. It is. When we took a picture for the Thread, that's the name of the record. Thread, name of the group. And we took the picture. Vince and I are about 5'6", and Don is 6'6".
Oh,
so he had to bend way down for the picture. It was hilarious. And so us playing together. Vince played keys, I played bass, and Don played drums. So we were a powerhouse to reckon with. And you can find the project. It was really, really fun to do that project.
That's awesome. Yeah.
You
mentioned "Hug Me," which was a song you
did
to kind of support the effort there in the Ukraine. But talk a little bit more about that. Why was that song important for you to do?
Why it was important? Okay, again, George had seen me in '88, and my buddy said back in 2012, he said, George Whitty wants to get together with you. I said, oh yeah, sounds good. I took his number. We never hooked up until 2022 when Alec Burfield's brother, Guy, called and said, we want to do something for Ukraine because it started the madness, with the war and everything. And so George started working on the tune that a gentleman, Slava Parkachuk, had written, the colors for the, but it was in Ukrainian. So nobody's going to understand it unless they know Ukrainian. So I rewrote the lyric along kind of his vibe. And I sent my words, singing, and, talking about what the lyric was.
Yeah. And
the rest is history. It's called something 24. I can't remember the name of the charity. They took it right on from Ukraine, still helping to raise money for them. But we knew. And then George and I said, this is when we really got to get together. So our first tune after Hug Me was a tune that George and I wrote called Own Up. It is so funky. It's on the record. I know you'll hear it. And then
Own Up. Yeah, that's a good song. Yeah, I love
that.
Yeah. I love that because it's funky.
It will rattle your esophagus twice. And then some other tunes, like a tune I wrote called Soul Street, another tune called Itch in Your Ear, another tune that Why Should I Care, another tune that George and I co-wrote called Just a Prayer. And we closed it. We haven't decided which one is Sam or which one's Dave, but we closed it with I Thank You.
I know. I love that one. That's one of my favorite songs, just whoever sings it. But I loved your version of it.
We just got hungry with it. Absolute hunger.
Yeah,
So
that's a good way to say it because it kind of comes across that way.
yeah. And the drummer, his name is Aaron Haggerty. He's now touring with Kool and the Gang.
Oh,
But
really?
I got him the gig with Al McKay from, of course, Earth, Wind, and Fire,
Yeah.
which became the LA All Stars. Monster player. Oh, my God. And then the bass player, check this out for a name, Armand Sebeleko. He's from Cameroon / Paris / now here. He's the bass player of record for Graceland. Paul Simon.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I think I may be corrected on this, but in that when they have that bass line in the middle of it,
Yeah.
and you see Chevy Chase on the video playing that bass line, and Chevy didn't do that. I believe that was Armand.
Oh, really?
Oh, so it's so ridiculous.
You're giving out all the secrets.
Come on, brother. Come on. Don't hold me back.
Are you and George going to be? You going to do any live shows?
We are. We haven't figured out when we'll start that, but I know people have started to. This is a Southern word. Hanker down and hunger for us to play.
That's right. That's right.
Or they're hankering to see us. That's it. Oh, no. And I'm saying one thing right now. They are fixing to get a whole bunch of stuff going for us.
Yeah.
Can you say fixing?
I like that. Yeah. I like that.
Or my brother, my cousin used to say, "Hey, Ellis, light across the street. You're finna find something." And I said, first of all, isn't it right across the street? No, light across the street. SKREET. You're finna find something. Okay, y'all. If you say so.
That sounds like how we sound when it's like just family talking.
No. It was family on steroids down there. There's so many cousins hanging out windows and stuff. Sometimes when I go to visit Georgia.
Oh, yeah. I bet.
Woo. Yeah. You a cousin from who? Which side you on?
Who do you belong to?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like Schultz said, I see nothing. What you do? What?
Is there anybody left out there that you would still like to work with that you haven't got to yet?
Oh, yes. Some of the newer cats I mentioned the other day, Bruno Mars, who's working with Lady Gaga. I'd love to work with Lady Gaga. There's so many people out there who have a hankering to play for it. There's that Southern word. And no, I do. There's too many to name. And, at some point, Stevie and I will do some. Oh, that's interesting. Stevie, I'm on one of his songs on his new record.
Oh, really?
Politic Player, I think the name of the record is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty great. What are you singing?
I'm playing organ, and Teddy Swims is singing with him.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, that'll make
what a talent. Good. Yeah, I'm playing that organ and hitting all that Leslie. Come on now.
You've got a pretty good setup there. It looks like you could just roll around and play every instrument.
I do. That's exactly. And I've got guitars in the closet that it's closed right now. Yeah. But more instruments than you can shake a stick at. I get in here. I feel like a mad scientist. But and only can I say on your show and on other shows, it's legal for me to play with my organ. Sorry, can't take me nowhere. Oh.
That's exactly what my mother would have said. She'd be like, "You can't take him anywhere."
No, you can't. No, and that's what my lovely wife, Layala, said, wife and manager. She said, "You can't take you nowhere." But honey bunny, please take me everywhere. I promise I won't harm.
I'll behave.
Almost. I don't know, Mike. I don't know. Is that in my vocabulary? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Even my technician assistant, brilliant drummer himself, Logan, he says he gives me this look, and I'm blind. I still can see it.
I wanted to mention because I told you my grandfather, Baptist minister. Well,
Yes, yes.
he had 9 brothers and sisters, and they all
Ooh.
played different instruments, but
Whoa.
they were, they came from a poor family, so everybody
Yes.
made their own instruments. So they were doing,
Whoa.
stuff with brooms and washboards but I saw a little thing said you used to do that when you were growing up.
I did. You've been reading, bro.
Yeah.
No, I made, I didn't have a bass guitar or bass fiddle. So I made a wash tub bass. I took my mom's broom and took all the straws off. I attached a wire to it. I took her wash tub. Son, what'd you do to my wash tub? And I put a hole in it and I could stretch it and reach the notes until I was able to get a bass guitar. I made my first drum set out of extra bongos that I had. Yep. And I made my own cymbal. I found a way to make cymbals until I got my own drum set. So, woo,
Yeah. Well, that stuff can sound pretty good.
Oh, it was, I didn't sample it, but it was grooving hard. Yeah.
Well, Ellis, thank you
thank you
for taking some time with us today. I'm such a fan of yours. The music's incredible. I love it when you sing too. I think you got one of those voices that just pulls you in.
I got a big mouth, and honored to hang with you and sing and play some songs, even short songs. And I pray you see George and I in concert. And I also pray that you see myself with my band or with the symphony. Either way,
I'm coming out. I'm going to find you guys somewhere.
It'll be a chocolate moment. Woo!
Before I let you go, Ellis,
yes.
Anything else that you're working on that we should keep an eye out for?
Oh, yes, I will tell you. You know who the fabulous Miss Betty White is, right?
Of course, yeah.
Well, we miss her. She's passed on, but she's about to get a post office stamp.
Oh, really?
And I'm going to be the musical voice of that reckoning, as it were. And it's the end of March. I don't have the exact date. I think it's around I know we're recording on the 27th, which is the Thursday of March, but they might show it that weekend. But keep a watch out for it. I think she was on CBS. I'll have to double check that. Because the Golden Girls.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
It's still hilarious.
Oh, are you kidding? I watched when a show still, the writing was great. It's like the show MASH. The writing was unbelievable. I still watch that crazy show, Hogan's Heroes.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, I grew up.
I'm telling you, man, the writing was just brilliant. And they didn't do a whole lot, but what they did, they still can play it over and over. It was really great casting.
Yeah, it was really good. I just rewatched MASH, and it still holds up. It's funny.
Man, the fact that so many people watched that last show, what was it, 120 million? Don't want to make them mad.
No, it was more than what you get for a Super Bowl.
Oh, no. It was like, oh, my God. And they didn't know, and it was a 2-hour show. It was amazing. Amazing.
I miss the appointment TV where everybody was watching the same thing at the same time.
Me too, brother. Me too. Yeah. I miss, but there's some things that come on, but it's so scattered. You have to go and find all these. And I don't do a lot of internet stuff. Somebody may send something to me. Hey, watch this. Okay, I'll watch it. But then, I'm on to the next phase. But I still watch my networks or network TV here and there, like my dear friend Cedric the Entertainer with his crazy self. I watch his show, Neighborhood.
Oh, that's a good show.
It is. And then Damon Wayans and his son, Papa's House. That's cute stuff.
Anything he does, he's hilarious.
And I'll tell you who I like. Is it Kathy Bates? Is she in that show, Matlock?
Oh, yeah, she's doing Matlock.
Okay, she's really good in that.
Yeah, Elsbeth is good. My mother-in-law was recovering from a fall, so I was staying with her, and we watched a whole bunch of those.
Did you?
Yeah, really good, really good.
Yeah. I mean, the writing is really, really, really good and really classic. And I'll tell you, Mike, I appreciate you so much. Tell Miss Emily I look forward to meeting her.
Well, yeah, we'll make it happen because we'll come out. Yeah, we got to see you play.
I'll make sure. I'll tell Alec to contact her. Eventually, I'll get your number and find you. Say, oh, I'm pointing at you. Watch out.
Right. That's right. This is the one. Come to this one. We'll be there.
Lord, all right. Well, you got to play. Once again, the Michael Wall Show.
I can't end it on a better note than that. The legendary Ellis Hall. I mean, my opinion, one of the most talented musicians living today. He is unbelievable. Just so talented. Kind of a protege of Ray Charles, although they met a little bit later in life, but just amazing. The new album is In the World. It's him and George Whitty. If you're a fan of George, we had George on a few months back, and that interview is out there, so definitely check that out. He was terrific, and we talked quite a bit about the album. They are really, really good together. I mean, it seems like they've been playing together their whole lives. Unbelievable. So good. So definitely check that out. In the World, and the collaboration is called What, which I love too. That's terrific. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. If you're finding us for the first time, I'm so happy that you're here. Love to have your support. It's easy to do. It's free. Our YouTube channel is MeisterCon Pod. Please just subscribe. Really helps us out. Doesn't cost you a dime. Our website's meistercon.com. You can find right now about 830 interviews, or not 830, 930 interviews, audio and video versions. It'll let you know if we're doing anything in studio, if we're going on location, covering a convention. Anything we have going to see Ellis and George play, it'll be on the website, meistercon.com. So please check us out there. Thank you guys so much. Till next time. Bye, everybody.